Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you guys are new here, my name is Brittany. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video. It's been a while since I have been in the kitchen doing a cooking video. So tonight I'm going to be making two recipes for you guys. Both recipes are inspired by fall. It's finally September and I am so ready for fall. I am just ready for the weather to catch up with us. It is still over 100 degrees. The first recipe is going to be a chorizo pumpkin chili, which is a copycat recipe from the restaurant Zupa's. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Cafe Zupa's before, but they do seasonal menu items, and the pumpkin chorizo chili is really good, and I was able to find a copycat recipe on Pinterest. So we are just going to pretend that it's not 104 degrees outside and enjoy some nice chili. Our second recipe is going to be a pumpkin pecan cobbler. We love any type of cobbler in this house. I have yet to try pumpkin cobbler, so I'm really excited about that. Both recipes are brand new to us. I've never made either of these, but we are very excited to try them. I am going to start off with dessert first, just because it takes 55 minutes in the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the pumpkin cobbler recipe first. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. I will also link both recipes in the description box down below in case you guys want to try these at home. You'll need two 15-ounce cans of pumpkin puree, 1 cup of evaporated milk. You'll need ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, 2 eggs, 1 cup of regular milk, baking powder, salt, vanilla, pecans, brown sugar, flour, regular sugar, 1 cup of butter melted. You'll need ground ginger. I don't really know how that's gonna taste. It is 1/4 teaspoon, so it's a really small amount, but that worries me a little bit. And then you'll also need ground cloves. You're going to want to start off by preheating your oven to 350 degrees and placing your butter in the microwave to get it melted. Next, we're going to do the pumpkin pie filling. So you're going to place 2 15-ounce cans of the pumpkin puree in a bowl. To add 1 cup of evaporated milk, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And now you're just going to whisk it all together. I do this every time. I make a mess every time. Cut. Take your 1 cup of melted butter and pour it into a 9x13 baking dish. Moving on to the crust, you're going to put 1 cup of flour into a bowl, 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I am starting the pecan topping and realized I made a whoopsie. I added way too much butter the first time for the crust. So I accidentally combined the butter that I was supposed to use for the pecan topping into there. So we're gonna have a lot of butter. This recipe in no way is healthy, but it's gonna be good. So for the topping, you need 4 tablespoons of melted butter, which I did here. Oh God. And then you take half cup of brown sugar, put that in the melted butter, and add 1 cup of pecans. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. Now pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 50 to 55 minutes. Moving on to the pumpkin chorizo soup. I keep saying it's chili, but I guess it's considered soup. These are the ingredients that you're going to need. A half pound of chorizo. I am using a beef chorizo that's already taken out of the casing. So if it does have a casing, you'll need to remove the chorizo from the casing, or you can just buy it already out like that. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 onion diced. I just buy these frozen ones. I hate chopping onions from crying, so I just get the chopped ones that are in the freezer section. 2 cloves of garlic chopped. I already buy the pre-diced ones from Costco. 1 teaspoon of cumin, a half teaspoon of oregano, salt and pepper, a can of diced tomatoes. I like to get the fire roasted garlic ones from this brand, Hunt's. 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, a can of corn. I like to get the fire roasted corn. This one's really good to have in chili. That's what we usually use in chili, and those tomatoes. And then 1 can of drained black beans, and you'll want to drain the corn as well. And then also 2 cups of chicken broth. This is a pound of chorizo, so I'm only going to use half of this. And you're going to want to start off by cooking this in the pot first for 7 to 10 minutes. Remove the chorizo from the pan, and this is the step where you would add olive oil, or you can leave the chorizo oil or the chorizo grease. So I'm going to use that instead of using olive oil, and next I'm going to add the onions. your garlic, oregano, and cumin. Now add all of your other ingredients. Now you're going to bring it to a boil. Once it's to a boil, reduce it to a low heat and let it cook for 10 minutes. Is done. It smells so good in here between the chili and the dessert baking. I topped mine with cheddar cheese, light sour cream, and green onion. Josh only likes cheese, so his has cheese, and then Ronan's has cheese and green onion. And then I also made some corn muffins just to go along the side. We always eat our chili with cornbread, so I figured this was no different. But I am going to go ahead and do a little taste test now. It's kind of hot, so let me see if I can put it on this plate. It's too hot to hold. It's good. It definitely has a kick, so if you like spicy stuff, you'll definitely like this. But if you don't like spicy stuff or are sensitive to it, it might be a little too spicy just because of the chorizo, but I'm pretty sensitive to spicy stuff, but this is good, especially with the sour cream on top. Kind of cools it all down, but it's really good. It's done. Since I added too much butter, it's kind of, you could see it, but I'm sure it's still gonna be good. Just not healthy. Want to taste this at the same time? Josh doesn't want to be on camera. I want him to be, but you don't want to be, so. Sorry everyone who likes to see him. Oh yeah. You're missing out. That's so good. That's really good.
Alright you guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I did forget to film an outro on this night, so I am ending it now. I do recommend both recipes. They were so good. They are linked in the description box down below. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!